Chosen vessels, what's the deal? It's your main man Druuill, and you already know I'm back at you again with another video. I need every chosen vessel to smash that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the galactic family. Salute. Let's get right into it, y'all. Here we go. Energy is not created nor destroyed. Energy is not created nor destroyed. So holding grudges is useless, and so is getting upset and offended. Let's talk about it. All right. Energy is not created or destroyed. So holding grudges is useless. All right. Everybody remember science class. Energy is not created nor destroyed. All right. You always have been. You always will be. And depending on the type of energy that you take in, right? You won't get upset and you won't get offended. And on top of that, you will be less likely to hold grudges, something that will destroy how you view people, how you deal with people, and how you feel about yourself and others. All right. The energy that you have with other people, even though people may be difficult and people may get on your nerves, people may seem like they are just like extremely powerful when it comes to bothering you or upsetting you, you have to deal with yourself and how you feel about that person more than trying to look at it from an outside point of view. Get upset because you want other people to change. You want other people to change. And one thing you have to do is you have to stop that. You have to stop wanting to try to get a certain response or certain reaction or a certain state out of other people. Other people are allowed to be who they want to be, unfortunately. But the more we work on ourselves and the more we are in control of our own mind and our own thoughts, it makes dealing with people a lot more easier and you use a lot less effort. All right. So with that being said, energy is not created nor destroyed. Somebody could be negative, but you don't have to let that energy influence you. You don't have to let that negativity influence you. All right? People are negative all the time. What you have to do is you just have to allow that person to be who they are without changing how you feel. And on top of that, no matter how negative a person is, you can change how you feel about that individual or that place or that person or that thing. You could change how you feel about that so that way you won't it won't be a bother to you. You won't be it won't be something that can potentially stop you or bug you or annoy you, because there are things in life, people, places that are just some places you just don't want to go. Some people you just don't want to be around. Some people you just want to cut them off and kick them out your life, or kick them out your group, or stop working with them, or find a new job, because maybe it's your boss, maybe it's these coworkers. But sooner or later, when a lot of people become difficult, whether it's you because it's how you're viewing people, or maybe sometimes people are just downright difficult, still you can change those things with how you work your mind. They won't teach you that though. they won't teach you to work with yourself. All right. People can really be hard to deal with. If anybody knows that, I know that. And sometimes we can be hard to deal with. And if anybody knows that, I know that too. All right. So when you find yourself hard to deal with, when you find other people hard to deal with, that's when you got to go inward and you got to figure out what's up with me. What can I do to make things better for myself and possibly even others? Because sometimes when people are maybe rude, or sometimes people may be difficult, sometimes people are rude and difficult, all right? Sometimes people are talking about you. Sometimes people are spreading rumors, smear campaigns. All right, a lot of people who watch this channel are chosen. A lot of people who watch this channel are star seeds. So you can pick up and feel a lot of other people's energy. But just because other people may not be a star seed, or they may not be aware to their abilities, or they may not be chosen, doesn't mean that they can't pick up and sense and feel. Everybody has a sensory perception to where you can feel things, you can pick up things. Everybody has that. People who are chosen and star seeds are more in tune, and they're at a higher level with theirs. All right. So when dealing with these people and people are talking about you, when you don't like them because of what they're saying, they can pick up on that with your inflection, how you speak, how you talk. People can pick up how you feel about them, even though you may try to come off as a good person. Say somebody is difficult. If you don't like this person and you're trying to hide it, the person's going to be able to tell. All right, so even us, we can't fake the funk to get what we want. All right, and it's not that we're trying to get anything from anybody except peace and maybe just a positive interaction. But when you don't like somebody, they can tell. All right, just like you can tell when people aren't really for you or don't have your best interest at heart, these people can tell when we don't like them. So they're going to react based off of our feeling toward them. All right. And there's a Bible verse for that. It says, it says that you will measure what you meet. So the measure that you give out is what you'll meet. All right. Let me see if I can pull this Bible verse up real quick so I could actually say it to you guys. It's Matthew. I know it's Matthew chapter 7. Measure ye meet. There we go. Measure ye meet. Judge not that ye be not judged. For with that judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with that measure ye meet, it shall be measured to you again. All right, let's repeat that for the hard of hearing. Judge not that ye not be judged. For with that judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. Judge not that ye not be judged, for with that judgment ye judge, ye shall be judged. And with what measure ye meet, it shall be measured unto you again. What that means is what you think and feel and say about other people. Number one, you're really feeling and thinking and saying that way, saying those things about yourself. And number two, people can pick up on these things. No matter how good we try, let me just act like I like them. Like, I know you got a good heart. I know you got a good spirit, but you don't have to hide the fact that you don't like people. You could just change how you feel about them and make them somebody that you would like in your mind. I know I didn't when I first heard it and when I first discovered it, I was like, man, what they talking about? What you talking about, Willis? All right. Because I'm like, yo, you telling me I gotta look at that SOB and I gotta look at them like an angel? That what you telling me? Yo, the measure, judge not. Because the measure, what'd he say? Come on, Matthew, tell me what you said. Judge not that ye be not judged. All right. When you are saying that people are difficult, when you are like, oh man, and I overstand. All right, I overstand. But when you are saying these things, when you get real negative and you're like, man, so-and-so is this, so-and-so is that, when they make you feel that way, it's like your blood becomes acid. All right, it's like your health goes down. You start to deteriorate your own self with the poisonous thoughts. Negative thoughts are poisonous. So when you think negative thoughts about other people, even if they influenced it, even if their actions may have influenced you getting upset and thinking that way, you still have to work on you. As wild as that sounds, we still have to work on us. We still got to work on ourselves. All right? Because how we think about others, what we think about others is going to come back to us. It's going to come back to us. So, and this energy is not created nor destroyed. All right? And the reason why you don't want to hold grudges is because you don't have to. You don't have to hold grudges. You can let go of that resentment, and you can find a more positive energy within yourself, and you could let go of that negative energy. All right, you could let go of that negative energy. You can send it back out to the universe. And when you think better about other people, you're healing them and you're healing yourself. So that's why holding grudges is bad and it's useless. And that's why so is getting upset and getting offended, because you don't have to. When you hold a grudge on another person, you're keeping that person in a box. So every time you deal with that person, you're going to get those things that you don't want out of that individual. So even though people are difficult, when you aren't emotionally mature enough to realize that there's no power outside of yourself, or that what anybody says or what anybody does truly has no power over you. And these are things that if you deal with these issues, you can't just say these things once and then move on. These have to be daily affirmations, and these have to be daily prayers that you use and that you practice every day, because sooner or later it's going to sink into your mind like a seed into the ground, and the plant and the fruit that you bear will be peace of mind. All right. And I know we talk about peace of mind a lot on this channel. The one way to get it is to not get offended and to not get upset. All right. When you take offense, you're going to draw more offense to yourself. All right. When you get angry and upset over the things that people do, you're going to draw more people into your life that make you upset and angry. All right. And we got to catch ourselves. We got to catch ourselves, because we can be catching hell. All right. We're putting a glove on to catch that hell. Throw it to me. All right. Stop welcoming hell into your life by thinking negatively about people, by feeling negatively about something somebody did to you. That's the devil. You cannot be bothered. Things might affect you, but you have the mature choice. All right, you have to be emotionally mature. You have a choice to choose emotional maturity, to not let things get your goat, to not let things get underneath your skin. And easier said than done. But when you take control of your mind and you practice, then you're doing it right, and it becomes easier as you keep doing it, as you keep saying it. Easier said than done, but it becomes easier the more you say it. It becomes easier the more you say it. I'm not going to allow these things to upset me. I'm not going to allow these things to bother me. We got to speak these things into existence instead of letting our mind taking ourselves to an angry place. They talk about on TV, I'm in my happy place. They make a lot of jokes about that because they don't want people to actually use that. Oh, I'm in my happy place. You could actually say that and create that in your mind and make that real. All right, because there's a place in your mind where everything's all right, and it's the Father's house. So you have to learn how to use your mind. All right, you can dwell in certain places of your mind to where you won't be upset, to where you won't be offended. All you have to do is put yourself in a place in your mind where everything feels all right. All right, start to visualize yourself not being affected. Start to visualize these people the way you would want to interact with them. See your boss the way you would want him to interact with you. See your boss the way you would want her to interact with you. Like I said, I get it. I understand. I overstand. But when you go to work thinking that your boss is this evil person, no matter how evil they may be, prayer changes things because prayer changes me. So when you realize that you have the power to overcome any weakness, when you realize you have the power to overcome any negative person, right? But at first it starts with you. It starts with your mind and how you're viewing these people. Your mind has the power because of that Bible verse, measure ye meet. What you measure, you will meet. And we can just keep it plain and simple. What measure ye meet. What you measure out, what you pour out into the world, you're going to meet that. What you spill, drip, splash on the world, drip, spill, splash. What you drip, spill, splash on the world, you're going to get back. All right? So what you think about others, how you view others, how you see others, how you feel about others, what you say about others, that's what you're going to get from them. All right? The devil will use you to curse yourself. So when you go to work thinking that your boss is no good, when you go to work thinking that your coworkers are out to get you, and they may very well be, but you perpetuate that with your own mind because you have the power to change things, because you are God. Your thoughts are God in action. Your mind is God. They're going to try to keep stopping us today, but we're not going to allow it to happen. Your thoughts are God, all right? And those thoughts can change others. All right, measure ye meet. What you think about others, that's what you're going to get from them. All right, some people may be difficult. Some people you still may have to not get rid of, but some people you may have to put some separation and some distance between yourself. All right, and the more you pray, the more you do this practice, they may come around. All right, if God sees fit for your words and for your vibration to change these people, it'll change them. But if not, it'll work so well within you that it'll change you to where you're unaffected by whatever they're doing. It won't be able to harm you, and it won't be able to touch you. But I guarantee that if you start to think differently about people, they may still be negative, but they won't be negative towards you. How they feel towards you will be how you feel towards them, for the most part. So when you work on yourself, when you work on how you think and feel about your coworkers, even though they may be talking about you, spreading rumors, when you go to work and try to act like you like them and that you don't feel like you hate them, then they're going to pick up on that, and then they're going to act even worse towards you because they're going to be like, well, so-and-so hates us. And now they're going to be, that's how everybody at your job could feel. That's how it could feel like everybody at your job is against you. Because if two or three agree, and then you take on that negative spirit as well, you become affected, you become frustrated, you allow yourself to perpetuate that negativity, then it's going to keep surfacing in your life. You're going to go to work and you're going to have the hardest time there that you could possibly ever had. If you pray every day before you go to work, if you pray for your employees to be filled with love, if you pray for your manager to be filled with love, if you pray for love to fill the whole entire workspace, if you pray for everybody to be in a positive, loving mood and attitude, then the environment will be changed because you won't be bringing in all that negativity to that job. You won't be going to work. You won't be going around people. You won't be going to places thinking and expecting negativity, because as the saying goes, you get what you expect. If you go to work expecting your boss to be this way, your employees to be this way, the job, the work to be this way, it will be that way. People go to work all the time, say, I hate being here, I hate this job, but they keep coming back. They keep saying the same things. Your words are God. You are God. You trap yourself with your words. The devil uses you to curse yourself. He can't get to you, but he'll use you against you. He'll use people to get you upset, to get you trapped, get you offended. And if you don't know how to work on your mind, he plays on that. That's why the Bible says, my people suffer for the lack of knowledge. That's why people suffer for the lack of knowledge. You will suffer, and the devil will be able to destroy you for what you don't know. So what you have to do is you have to work on yourself, work on how you feel about others, work on how you view others, no matter how negative they may be, no matter how rude or unruly or disrespectful people may be. You have to continue to feel better about yourself, because energy is not created nor destroyed. People only appear to have the power to affect you negatively. Once you realize that your mind is stronger than the forces that are outside of you, once you realize that there's no power outside of yourself, then you'll be fine, because things can only appear to have power over you. Things can only appear to make you upset. You can go through your mind and you can stop yourself from getting upset and angry over things, because your mind goes through 4 stages when it gets upset. Somebody says something, you get upset. You have to accept it. You have to entertain it. You have to take it into your mind. You have to get angry at it, and then you have to accept it as something that makes you mad, and then you act out in rage. So when you get mad and when you get angry, it's not from the other person, because you can allow that to be something that doesn't bother you. You just have to be emotionally mature enough. And like I said, I'm not going to act like this is something that's easy. It takes practice. You got to implement this. You got to work on this every day. All right, when you're going out to places, say when you go out to drive, if the cars are always doing a certain thing, it's because you're expecting that when you go out onto the road. Whether you know it or not, the fact that somebody may have cut you off or somebody may have did this or did that, when you don't pray for the opposite, when you don't pray for better, and you go out in the world, you're expecting these things, whether you know it or not. You could sincerely, deep, wholeheartedly not want it to happen. I want other things to happen. But if deep down inside, if you still expect that negativity, then it's gonna come to you. All right. If you're expecting to get upset, if you're expecting to be offended, if you're not working on that and not letting go and holding grudges, so and so did this yesterday, so I'm gonna hold on to it and be upset and angry over it. Like I said, I understand, I get it, and I know it's easier said than done. That's why this is something that you have to practice. This is a video that you can come back to and continuously watch over and over again, so that way you can feel better, overcome negativity, overcome something somebody said, because you have to keep programming your mind until it sinks in, until that seed is planted into the ground, until that tree grows and bears fruit of peace, of joy, of happiness, of success, of prosperity. Because I guarantee you, once you start realizing that energy is not created nor destroyed, and you stop getting upset and offended, then you will be able to focus your mind on the things that you want, and you'll be able to conquer the devil, because he always going to be there, and he always going to be trying to use your lower nature against you. So once you realize that energy is not created nor destroyed, once you realize that your positive energy is not affected, it doesn't have to be affected by the negative forces on the outside unless you let them in. That's why when they say, I hear the devil knocking, don't let him in. You let the devil in through your own mind. Things upset you, and then you allow your devils to get upset, offended, and disturbed. Everybody has their own devils. Everybody is God and the devil. But you have a choice. You have to who you going to submit to or who you going to succumb to. That's why I said in the video, the ancient Native American proverb, the 2 wolves. Which wolf are you going to feed? The wolf of jealousy, of death, anger, violence, hatred, enemies, Or are you going to feed the wolf of love, peace, joy, happiness, success, prosperity, moolah, baby? Okay? Right? So continue to create positive ideas about the people who make you upset, about the things that get you upset. Somebody may be a sucker, somebody may be a hater, but don't view them that way because it's not good for you. That's why it says measure ye meet. Somebody could be tough, somebody could be difficult. If you don't view them that way, you won't get that out of them. People may come off as upset, people may come off as difficult, but don't get offended. Don't choose to get offended. When you choose to get offended, you welcome in all that negativity because you take in the offense. When you take in the offense, you draw more people, more situations, more things for you to be offended about. And that's just the way the mind works. That's the way law of attraction works. That's the way it is with people. So don't fake the funk with people. If you don't like people, be honest. When people get you upset, when things get you upset, write down how you feel about it. Allow people to have their own opinion. Somebody doesn't like you, that's okay. You don't have to get angry or upset about that or offended. You don't have to be liked by everybody. All right, you can disagree with people without being disagreeable and without having a problem with them. You can disagree with people without feeling some type of way about them not accepting your way of life. People don't have to accept your way of life for you to be happy, for you to be peaceful. If other people want to pull other people down, and if other people get upset and offended by other people's peace, that's just a polar opposite of life. You have to accept the fact that there are polar opposites out there. This energy is not created nor destroyed. If people want to be negative, if people are holding on to negative energy, all right, what you have to do is you have to not take that in. That energy is not yours. All right. So allow that negative energy to just stay where it's at. Observe it, don't absorb. And how you don't absorb it is by not being offended, not getting upset over somebody else and how they want to be. Somebody is treating you a certain way. Don't get upset by their tantrum. Don't get upset by their attitude. Don't get upset by their negativity. People want to come into your life, and the devil will bring people into your life to cause all types of drama. Don't engage. Don't get into the drama with them. All right. And when you don't get upset and when you stay on the emotional mature side, you can look at it like, okay, that's somebody who's emotionally disturbed. That's somebody who's upset and angry, and they're trying to descend me to the level that they're at. They want to pull me down to the level that they're at. Some people are happy being miserable, upset, angry. They don't want to change how they are. So when they see you happy, positive, feeling good, they say, why should this person be so happy? Why should this person be so positive? And it makes them angry. It makes them upset. But you have to realize that that's just a polar opposite. If I'm a happy person, there's going to be there's an opposite of that. If I feel good and I'm focused and I'm doing my thing, there's the opposite of that. Let me not be distracted or upset. Let me not take offense to that. And if if it's really getting to you, like I said, you can pray, and you could use your mind to see these people how you would want them to be when you interact with them. That's a secret key to working with people, because you have to for yourself and for your health, it's better for you to like people and to not feel bad about them. It's better for you to like people and to not feel negative about them, because when you don't feel negatively towards people, it doesn't lower your spirit. People want you to feel negative. Oh man, here goes this. They want you to feel that way. It gives them power. It makes them feel strong, and it brings you down to their level. Negativity, hate, frustration, misery. Misery loves company, and these people want you to be miserable with them. So they'll act a certain way to try to lower your vibes, because they know they're not of your tribe. They know you're of a different tribe. So what you have to do is you have to cultivate the positive energy that's already within you. You don't have to try to you don't have to try to not be negative. You don't have to try to get any negativity out. Because if you don't take the negativity in, you don't have to try to get it out. And how you don't take the negative in is by not getting upset, not getting offended, not holding a grudge. You don't have to hold that grudge. Let go of it. Somebody does get you upset, if somebody does offend you, you have the power to change how you feel about what they did. But you can't hold a grudge, because if you hold a grudge, you're going to continue to be upset and continue to be offended by this person. When you have a grudge, it's because somebody upset you or offended you and you're holding on to it. I just can't believe what they did. Well, believe it, it happened. What you need to believe is that it happened and you're more powerful than that, and you need to let it go. So that way you can get back to the dough. Let it go so you can get back to the dough. All right, when a baker is baking, he ain't focused on nothing else. Focused on his bread, focused on putting it in the oven, focuses on waiting on the ding, take it out the oven. He's not worried about, oh man, what's the flour man doing? Or, oh man, what's this cat outside? Or, oh man, I know it's a lot going on. I know when you have an overactive mind, or when you have an imaginative mind, then when you have an active mind, a lot of downloads, a lot of thoughts coming to you, you have to take control of your mind. All right, take control of your mind. You have the power to. And once you take control of your mind, then you'll be able to use it in a way that benefits you, instead of getting so easily upset and angry and letting others to control you. When other people get you mad and upset and angry, they control your life. So don't allow people to get you offended. Don't allow people to make you upset. All right? And don't allow people to make you hold grudges, because it's useless when you don't have to. You don't have to feel that way about these people when you could change how you feel about them. All right? So pray for a different outcome. Pray for people. Pray. What do you say? Bless the hell out of them. Bless the hell out of them. Bless the hell out of the person. All right, and you stop catching hell with other people. You stop taking in offense to the negativity that other people are doing. I know there are some difficult people out there, but you don't have to make them so evil and so angry and so vicious in your mind, because when you do that, that's what you're gonna get from them. See the people that you deal with, how you would want them to deal with you, and that's the person that you're gonna get when you deal with them. All right, so that's all I have to say. I appreciate everybody for watching this video. Thank you for watching this video. As you already know, I always do my best. So everybody hit that like button, hit that share button, and don't forget to subscribe. Shout out to the Chosen Vessels. It's been another Druuill special. Shout out to the Galactic family. All right, let's continue to grow. Let's continue to work on ourselves, and let's continue to keep taking our power back. I'll see everybody in the next video. Peace. Druuill out.